How you doing, YouTube? Matt, Massive Beer Reviews, back with yet another review. A little bit of barrel-aged, tequila barrel-aged. I don't know, is it pastry style stuff when you're dealing with the horchata thing? Anyway, we're doing Llamas from Monday Night Brewing. It is a tequila barrel-aged horchata imperial stout. Yeah. Yeah. What's your name? Yeah, there's a little llama on here too, which is kind of funny. Anyway, yeah, Monday night they send all these crazy barrel-aged beers to me, and most of them I kind of really dig. The old ale, what was it, Last Will and Testament maybe? That thing was fantastic. The Scotch ones were kind of fun. They sent me this coconut jammer that was pretty fun. I'm really curious about this because tequila is very hit or miss for me when it comes in a barrel-aged beer. And you're dealing with the horchata here, which is basically just cinnamon and vanilla. You know what I mean? So you're talking about a cinnamon and vanilla based stout with that tequila barrel. That's really what sets it apart. So we'll see what's what when we dive in here. What does it say on the label? Llamas, what's your name? Tequila barrel aged horchata imperial stout. It's ale aged tequila barrels with cinnamon, nutmeg, brown sugar, vanilla, and lactose added. Llamas is a tequila barrel-aged imperial stout molded after classic horchata with cinnamon, nutmeg, brown sugar, Mexican vanilla beans, and lactose added. Okay, repeated 2018, and label-wise, it's awesome. You know, I always love their labels, love that texture, and you know, it's got a llama on it. What do you want? So there we go. Yeah, tequila barrel, man. Very, very, very. We'll see. We'll see. YouTubes. It can hit or miss. I mean, there's some that have really missed for me. There's some that have really done me proper. As far as this one looks from the get, I mean, look at that. It's that super rich darkness. It's leaning to like the leaning tower of Pisa, and it's pissing me off. I gotta fix that. Yeah, I mean, look at that. That thing looks almost like Guinness-like. I sure there's that separation there, but it almost has that nitrogenized kind of look to it. It's how creamy the head is. It's exactly what I like my coffee to look like color-wise. So what does that mean to you? You don't know, but that's how I want my coffee. So if we ever meet and I say, "Get me a coffee, you son of a bitch," make it look like that. It's basically cream and 3 Splenda. Anyway, so yeah, infinite creaminess, super tight, compact bubble scenes, couple stragglers, and chewy dark. The darkness. Let's get a nose. That smells fucking awesome. Wow. It smells awesome, and it has to do with the fucking tequila barrel, which is cool. Sure, you're getting cinnamon, you're getting milk chocolate, you're getting vanilla. It's all rich, it's all sweet, it's nice and tasty. Then you get that, you know, nice, slightly bittering, roasted maltiness of the beer itself. Then you get that tequila barrel. There's a soft, smoky char to it. A little bit of chocolate going on. I dig it. But it has that kind of, like, tequila barrel. I'm not a big tequila guy myself. But it has this kind of bittering. So I don't know how to put it. Like, it's like quinine. It's kind of seltzery. It's kind of carbonic acidy. There's this, like, off-putting kind of bittering component to tequila. Doesn't really work for me. But in kind of subtle spurts, the way it's dispersed, whether it be, like this in this beer, or like, let's say, like a margarita or something like that, where you have that sweetness component on the other end, bouncing off that negative bittering portion of the show, and just turning it into something that's just needs that. You want that overly sweet bigness in order to combat with that big kind of slightly sulfury kind of, for me, negative component that is tequila. It can work really well, and you kind of have this, at least in the nose, it's that way. So yeah, soft tequila barrel, very nice. Almost smells like you're getting fresh, like limes in there. Just 'cause I know it's not in there, but tequila and lime just go so hand in hand in my brain. I'm kind of getting it in there. And then you get all those other parts. Like I said, you get nice rich roasted malt, a little bit of chocolate from the malt, but then you get that sweet vanilla, mix it with that chocolate, gives you the sweet kind of milk chocolate vibe on top of that cinnamon, and on top of that lactose, which adds this big vanilla component to it. I'm diving in. Cheers. It's tasty. It's not as tasty as my brain wanted it to be, but it's nice. The tequila barrel's a little bit, just a little bit. I mean, I'm being picky here, but I'm very sensitive to tequila, so it might be more me than the beer itself. A little bit too big. It pretty much is the same exact thing the nose gives you, but in a much less sweeter variety. It's a sweet beer. You're getting that cinnamon, it's quite nice, not overpowering. You're getting that vanilla in there, quite nice, not overpowering. You're getting that nice kind of chocolate component, I believe, from the malt, and from like almost a little bit of barrel charriness. And then you have the tequila, which is actually quite nice flavor-wise, but then that little bit of that astringent tequila thing that I talked about oh so not elegantly prior to these sentences right now, a little bit too big. For me, it's minuscule. It's actually a really tasty beer. I don't know why I'm kind of railing on that kind of imbalance that is instead of 50-50, it's like 40 to 60. I almost didn't do basic math there for a second. It's tasty. I dig it. I like it. It's fun. I just need a little bit more sweetness or a little bit less barrel just to bring it home perfectly for me. But I am being super fucking picky with this. So, yeah. I think if people are more kind of into tequila or not as... I don't want to say I'm off-put by tequila because I could drink tequila shots. I could drink it on ice. You know what I mean? I could drink tequila. It's not something that's like offensive to me. It's just not my favorite flavor in the world. So if somebody's actually into tequila, I think this would be like the opposite end of the spectrum. And they'd be like, oh my god, this is a great beer and it gives me enough tequila to where it even turns me on even more. Kind of like me with a really good scotch when it's a scotch barrel-aged beer or brandy barrel-aged beer. So those are my two favorite kind of liquors in the world. So yeah, it's really well done. I mean, the balance of, between the barrel to the adjuncts to the beer itself are all really well done. In my perfect world, that tequila barrel would be a little bit less, or there'd be a little bit more to the beer itself to kind of hold up to that. But I think this is me, a personal flaw in me, as opposed to the flaw in a beer, or I don't want to say flaw, because that's not the way to put it. Faux pas for me, as opposed to being a genuine, imbalance in the beer. I think the beer is probably well done because I really want to talk about how well balanced it is, at the same time saying I don't like how the balance is not perfect. I think it's actually balanced really well. I think it took a really deft hand to kind of put all these flavors together. So, me be damned, my own words be damned, this is a really good beer. It's delicious. So let's talk about it. Is it one of the better... Do I just want to go horchata based beers? Because there's quite a few. And I've reviewed quite a few of them. Let's just go tequila barrel-aged beers. It might be the second best one. I think, I forget the name of it, but Lost Abbey does a tequila barrel-aged beer. I forget what the name of it is. That's my king shit of fuck mountain when it comes to tequila barrel-aged beer, but this is a very, very close second. Value and availability, no idea. They send them to me. And I know you can get them distro-wise because I've seen other beer tubers kind of pick them up and leave you with, if you like what we like this beer. If you like horchata, if you like barrel-aged stouts, if you like tequila barrel-aged stouts. But you also find that a lot of times tequila barrels are misused or the beer's not well balanced when it comes to using a tequila barrel. Words. This one is quite well done. Pretty tasty stuff. Worth a pickup. I gotta find a price point on these. Because if these are $30, then I'm like, no, I'll pick these up. But if these are $12 to $15, then you should pick them up. So I need to track down costs on these. They send an info sheet, so it's probably fucking on there. I should fucking read the fucking thing every now and then. But anyway, there you go. So hopefully you guys enjoyed our review. If you didn't, anywhere in between, down there, if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers, if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massive, if you want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing. And hopefully you guys enjoyed our review. Hopefully you're enjoying a nice tequila barrel-aged beer right now. And we'll see you next time. Cheers.